What first made you want to get involved with filmmaking?
I don't know, I've always really liked movies, and when I started actually filming with the camera, I really fell in love with that, and I also discovered that I like acting when I started getting more involved with film this year. So I don't know, just unlocking new things as I kept going made me keep being interested in film.
I was fascinated with telling stories and wanting to make my own stuff and use my creative vision. When I was a kid, I used to steal my dad's home video camera and make little short films with my neighbors and the cousins, and I didn't really know what that was going to turn into. And then entering high school, kind of realized filmmaking wasn't just something I loved. I really wanted to be a part of it, be, a piece of that. Took filmmaking courses in high school and camps during the summer, and then I just kind of realized this is exactly what I want to be, and this is what I want to do for a career.
The Hunger Games. I really loved the Hunger Games. I love the idea of being able to create a movie with my friends in the woods, and so I started doing that in middle school.
And how long have you been participating in filmmaking at Albemarle High School?
This is my first year in actual filmmaking, but I've done production and other things since my freshman year here. But yeah, this is really my first year actually making movies here at Albemarle.
What movies are you currently taking part in, or what have you taken part in?
Oh boy, alright, so I'm involved in 5 out of the 7 films we are making this year. I am the lead role. I play Charlie in Breakdown. I'm a side character in the movie Backstage. I've done a lot of camera work for the movie Hit Couple. I've also done a lot of camera work for Backstage as well as being an actor. And Ghost Grade and also Paranoid High.
So I was in Red Flags my sophomore year, Silence last year, and Ghost Grade this year.
I would say Silence was my favorite so far because I got to hit one of my football coaches, and he had to get knocked over for the film because I never would have been able to do that otherwise.
So you're in 5 of the 7 movies being produced. What would you say is your favorite movie that you're able to work on right now?
They all offer very different things, but what I've enjoyed most is probably Backstage because I get to act in it, as well as I'm also one of the lead cameramen for it, so I get to there's been a couple of times when I've came up the shot myself and then go and act in it, and that's just been a really unique experience to me, which I've really enjoyed.
The Instigator, my real director debut in The Instigator. I had directed a movie before that, but it wasn't my story. This was one of the first times it was me being heavily involved in the creative process besides just shooting on set. And that was a great feeling, especially on a day where we had to shoot for more than 4 hours and we had about 20 plus extras. I still remember standing there completely oh my God, this is a whole new world I haven't been a part of yet. And it really kind of felt almost official, even though I was still in high school and we were filming with a lower grade camera, it still was very much oh my gosh, this is the real deal.
I absolutely loved Camp Get Right. That was the first set for Albemarle that I was really a part of. I was the assistant director, and we spent 2 weekends in the woods just shooting this very complicated movie, and it was really fun, and it really got me involved in the program and wanting to do more.
So far, all of them I've been the bully. This year I'm finally not, which is a nice change of pace, but I get to mess with the other kids and the other ones.
Do you feel like you fit the role of all these characters that you play?
Well, the bullies, I like to hope that I don't fit that in real life, but I just kind of try and find the opposite of what somebody should do in that situation and kind of take it up a notch to then become the bully role. And then for this year, my character, it's basically just been a lot of having fun with my friends in the class, and it kind of translates on screen to the dynamic of the 2 main characters.
So in real life, I'm a pretty outgoing and social person, and I'm not gonna say I'm super cheery, but Charlie in Breakdown is a very antisocial and very moody. We call him, his nickname is Sad Boy Charlie, because he's just really sad all the time. So I've had to make that switch and just play a really sad character, which I'm not used to.
And then I loved being a part of Referrals, which was a reboot of the original Referrals and just a very silly film. And I think it made me step out of my comfort zone and act, which I didn't enjoy, but it was insightful. I got my hair cut / dyed 3 times throughout the film. And that caused a lot of issues for people. I think I was just not used to having the camera on me. That was probably, that was a struggle.
What are some difficult tasks that people may not think about that happen behind the scenes on a film set?
They don't think about like all the blocking and time it takes to create a shot before we actually film it, and the amount of times we have to get it just to make sure it's like the right shot that we all know can go into these good movies.
Simple things like memorizing lines, and a huge factor that people don't seem to acknowledge enough is framing up a shot and getting lighting correct and just making sure everything looks good, because a lot of people think you just sit down a camera, you can just film whatever, but a lot more goes into it.
Since we were in the woods and building fires and tents, and it rained a lot, it was really important that we all just kept together as a crew. We shot off campus, out of school hours. I'd never met any of the cast before, so the fact that we were able to make it happen was really big. I think we were shooting in October in Charlottesville, and it was rainy and it was windy, so we had a lot of difficulty getting the audio right, and making sure the shots looked good together, continuity-wise, which I think put us in a lot of stressful situations, and we had to learn how to manage that.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lot of people that goes into making the movie, like director, cinematographer, actors, sound, and you kind of always have to work together and compromise and build off of each other's ideas to make the best movie that you can. So if somebody thinks we should do it one way and somebody else thinks we should do it another, we all kind of just get together, talk it out, and talk about what could be the best option to make sure the movie is the best thing we could produce. And there are challenges at times when people kind of butt heads and don't see eye to eye, but we always work it out.
What are some of those challenges that you may find where you see people butting heads the most?
It could be whether it's like delivery of a line, like how you want it to go and what the kind of vibe you're going for in the scene. Because so much, so little could change so much.
Being your first year of filmmaking, what would you say is your favorite memory that you've built so far?
Honestly, it's a really corny answer, but just working with everyone in the crews and just like building new friendships that I wouldn't have imagined I make. And also being a cameraman, it's really rewarding to set up a shot and then see your imagination be put on screen. So that's been a huge factor to my just enjoyment of the movie making process this year.
I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed hanging out with my friends a lot because I have a lot of friends in the class, which has been nice. Fun with them, and making the movies with Mr. P. It's been a lot of fun.
And acting is a lot more fun than I would have thought it to be.
It was a lot of fun last year filming in the woods for Silence. That was really cool and something that I didn't really expect us to do, but it was a really cool experience.
I love the people. My best friends are my filmmaking crew, and I brought them with me to Utah this winter to shoot a film. I love these people and I trust them so much, and I've spent so much time with them. That's my favorite part.
What I've been talking about the most, probably camera. I love acting, but I just, like I said earlier, being able to put your imagination into real life using the camera and just like envisioning shots in your head, that's by far my favorite thing, and it's just a really fun experience to be a cameraman.
What would you have to say to somebody who wants to get involved with filmmaking either in college or also even as a career?
To be involved in filmmaking, you don't need to think that you're going to be the next big guy, or you have to even be, if it's in college, a film major. One of my best friends and my roommate has acted in a lot of things I've worked on, and he is a journalism major. So to get involved and get to do this type of work, you don't have to be a self-proclaimed genius when it comes to filmmaking or be taking filmmaking classes. You just have to have your imagination and a will to work, a will to have some fun.
Just do it, because it's film. Everyone brings different experience and different skills to the table, and you never know what you're going to be good at or if you can do it successfully until you try it. And I just try to put myself on every set I can. You never know who you're gonna meet. Just really throw yourself into it.